That segment shown from Motor World of the Blackwater 100 gives you a basic idea of the format of Harescramble. Now let's introduce some of the top riders in today's race. The Bigfoot Harescramble. This rider is Scott McLaughlin. He rides a sponsored Marriott CR125 with number 387 on it. The rider shown here is Scotty Drafts. He has been a regular on the international and national racing circuit the past 3 years. Last year he made it on the United States World Junior Trophy team in the International 6-Day Enduro. His sponsors include Team Suzuki, Yoko Racing Gear, Smith Goggles, Pro Circuit, and Shoei helmets. Drafts rides an RMX 250. He elected to sit out from the national racing circuit this year to save money. This big guy shown here is Tim Mount. He rides a Steve Baker Suzuki Kawasaki sponsored RMX 250. This rider is Mike Vale. He's sponsored by Team Cairo and rides a KDX 200. He is also a local rider from Burlington. This rider may be over 50 years old, but don't let that fool you. He can ride like the wind. His name is Al Drafts and is one of the top super senior riders. Before the race starts, riders are allowed to take a practice lap. Some riders stray off the beaten path and attempt to show off their skills near the parking area. For some, this is not a good idea. Here's the start of the race. Unfortunately, the camera completely missed the top 2 riders and only caught a glimpse of the next 4. Fortunately, the top 5 were frequent front runners and were easily recognized. Here's how they went. First, Scotty Drafts. Second, Kevin Bethards. Third, Mike Vale. Fourth, Scott McLaughlin. And fifth, Chuck Bolton. As you can see, the track, or trails, are narrow and passing is difficult. Because of that, the race is very long. Beginners race for 2 hours, and the expert and intermediate riders race for 3 hours. And believe me, after the race is over, you see some very exhausted riders. The riders blasting through this section are over 40 years old. It is called the senior class, and ahead of them all is Greg Light.
That guy's a Hannigan. You know that?
This next class coming through is the beginners. There are so many of these riders, they have to start them in 2 waves. First wave is all bikes over 200 cc's, and then the bikes under 200 cc's. If they didn't do that, the amount of wreckage would be terrible, and they'd be pulling bikes and riders out of the mud for weeks. Now there's another form of dirt bike racing, supercross, and some of the carnage in the first turn of one of those things can get pretty hairy. Watch and you'll see what I mean.
Larry, want the water?
Back to the races. By the first couple laps, the course gets beat out and corners get nice sized berms built up. By the first couple of laps this race, 4 riders pulled away from the rest of the field. They were trading the lead so many times the scorekeepers didn't know what to do. In this segment coming up, Scotty Drafts leads, followed by Randy Van Ventum, Kevin Bethards, and Scott McLaughlin. Also fairly close behind was Chuck Bolton, another rider moving up rapidly, was Tim Mount. However, his charge was cut short due to a mechanical failure on his RMX 250.
Who's that?
I have no idea. They're kind of good.
Scott!
Midway through the race, riders must take a pit stop to refuel the bike, get a drink, and get fresh goggles. All of this is usually done in under 30 seconds. Here's a pit stop made by Scott McLaughlin. His, however, will take longer because a bolt fell out of his clutch lever clamp, causing the lever to flop around loosely. His father, Dave, is in the background searching for the correct size bolt. Notice the custom paint helmet, which is the latest craze going on in the racing world today.
Is that going to be on the video?
Yeah.